Let's queer up the worldview. Anti-LGBTQ plus protests in Canada gain momentum. The ugliest part of Canada's protest last week was not the anti-LGBTQ plus protest organizer in Calgary who prompted a child to say that gays are disgusting. The ugliest part wasn't when the protesters called LGBTQ plus defenders groomers or pedophiles. It was when the politicians picked their sides of the street in Fredericton. On Wednesday in Fredericton, on the lawn of the New Brunswick legislature, anti-trans and pro-LGBTQ plus crowds lined up across the street from one another. And the Premier of New Brunswick, Blaine Higgs, walked out and mingled with the anti-trans side. His education minister, Bill Hogan, did the same. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre declined to even mention the protests. He also forbade his MPs from speaking about it in case anybody accidentally said what they really thought. Protests like this are like a thermometer of societal health, and the fever is rising.
Let's queer up gaming. Bigoted gamer modifies new game Starfield to remove pronoun choice, accidentally makes all characters non-binary. A prejudiced gamer released a, now deleted, mod that removed pronouns from Bethesda's Starfield, and it had some deeply funny consequences. Some gamers are so upset by this minimal inclusion that they've taken to the modding website Nexus Mods to express their discontent. With Nexus Mods, creatives can add new and exciting things to PC games, such as the inclusion of more cosmetics, better weapons, or even brand new characters depending on the level of time committed to the mod. What the modder didn't realize was that, in deleting she, her, and he, him pronouns from the game, they accidentally made every single character involved in Bethesda's sci-fi epic non-binary. In trying to rid Starfield of inclusivity, the modder only made it even more diverse instead. Now, that's what we call irony.
Let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Billy Porter slams Governor Ron DeSantis at the Stonewall Museum event in the gayest place on planet Earth.
It's all hands on deck right now. All hands on deck.
He's an Emmy, Tony, Grammy winner, and red carpet trendsetter, Billy Porter, in Wilton Manors Thursday night, and he's speaking out.
We let it happen.
The Hollywood A-lister speaking at a fundraiser for the Stonewall National Museum Archives and Library located in Fort Lauderdale. The sold-out event, raising money for the museum's LGBTQ history educational program. It helps schools across the country create a more inclusive curriculum.
It's about honoring our humanity. The demand for the honoring of our humanity, like we already do for everybody else.
Event organizers point to the recent controversial decision by the Miami-Dade School District voting against commemorating LGBTQ history in October.
The majority is a no.
Some board members feared celebrating LGBTQ history makers would violate Florida's parental rights and education law, the one critics call Don't Say Gay.
There's work to do. We have to fight for it. It doesn't just happen. I hope everybody understands, with what has gone on with the last 7 years, that nobody can sit on the sidelines and not engage.
Well, Broadway great Billy Porter was in South Florida on Thursday to raise money for Fort Lauderdale Stonewall National Museum. The Emmy, Tony, and Grammy winner, as well as red carpet trendsetter, came to Wilton Manors to speak out at the sold-out event to raise funds for the Stonewall National Education Project. The actor celebrated his birthday at the event by blasting Florida's recent spat of anti-LGBTQ plus policies enacted by Governor Ron DeSantis and his cabinet. Taking aim at the Florida governor and presidential hopeful DeSantis, who has enacted a number of anti-LGBTQ plus laws, including the controversial Don't Say Gay bill, Porter said in a sing-song response, "Gay, gay, gay, yes, we will always say gay." Since the start of the year, nearly 500 anti-LGBTQ plus bills have been proposed in states across America, many of them right here in Florida, including sports bans for trans youth, reducing access to gender-affirming care and controlling where drag can even be seen and performed, alongside with LGBTQ+ content being removed from curriculums.
Let's queer up entertainment. Gay icon Kylie Minogue's new album, Tension, tops charts in 40 countries. Apparently, the whole world is dancing to a new beat thanks to the electro-pop masterpiece that is Kylie Minogue's 16th studio album, Tension, released on September 22nd. The Aussie pop royal went to chart battle with the critically acclaimed effort led by singles Param Param and its title track less than 24 hours after landing on digital download and streaming services. Tension has risen to the top of many of them, most notably the iTunes real-time sales tallies of leading global markets like the United Kingdom, Australia, Japan, Germany, Egypt, Italy, South Africa, and more. By this time, the LP's performance as sales leader in 40 countries and counting makes it the tally's best performing new album in the entire world.
Let's queer up the world view. Turkey's president upset UN's 17-color decoration resembles LGBTQ+ rainbow. Turkey's President Erdogan complained this week that he was uncomfortable with the use of what he described as, quote, LGBT colors at the United Nations, which is decorated with this week with bright colors promoting the Sustainable Development Goals. Erdogan said he would have liked to discuss it with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Turkey's government, led by Erdogan and his Islamist-rooted AK party, has toughened its stance on LGBTQ+ freedoms. However, some UN diplomats suggest Erdogan might have confused the 17 different colors associated with the Sustainable Development Goals and decorating parts of the UN headquarters, including steps of the summit that was held earlier this week, with the rainbow pride colors associated with LGBTQ+ rights. While Guterres has been a vocal supporter of LGBTQ+ rights and spoken out about discrimination, there are no rainbow pride colors at UN headquarters promoting LGBTQ+ rights. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals, adopted by world leaders in 2015 with a deadline of 2030, are a global to-do list that includes wiping out hunger and extreme poverty, battling climate change and inequality, and promoting gender equality. Homosexuality is not a crime in Turkey, but hostility to it is widespread, and police crackdowns on pride parades have become tougher over the years.
Keep watching the only television news in the world from our LGBTQ+ community and stay informed on everything that is important for and about our diverse LGBTQ+ community.